Phil, we're moving into the featherweight division. We've got Super Mario Ditofano in the cage. We're taking on OBR. Ultra impressive, both fighters in their last outings.
Yeah, if you look at the records of both fighters, you have Mario coming in at 2-0. His last fight, he defeated Armin Herzig via first round mounted guillotine. Prior to that, he was the owner of a first round head kick KO over Fran O'Brien at Cage Legacy 12 in May of 2019. Incredibly well-rounded, dangerous fighter, but in OPR he is facing a wrestling powerhouse.
Aaron Wallace once again, our third man in the cage. Ditofano is in the grey and Ah is in the green.
The game plan in his last fight against Liam Hand was to take the striker down, but if you take somebody like Mario down, he's so dangerous off his back, such a well-rounded fighter, and Mario is the one that initiates the takedown.
Changes levels, nice underhook dig there by Ah to allow him to stay present on his feet. But legs tight together, so Ditofano working to pull away that standing leg, standing ankle, but keeps hiding it, does Ah.
I would say this is not the opening exchange. It's not the opening exchange that OPMAR anticipated or envisaged. I think he thought he was going to be the one to force the wrestling, but right now almost looks borderline disinterested with a wee look over to the corner there.
Little look, high crotch, get the takedown.
Almost spiked him on his head there, Noel.
Oh, great technique and grappling exchange here and looking to drive that hook in. But again, OBR's done well. He keeps hiding the feet every time he tries to pick the ankle or get this hook. He pulls the leg away and nullifies it.
Staying very calm in this position as OBMAR comes from a great wrestling lineage. His father was a championship wrestler back in his native Nigeria.
Takes the back here, Ditofano. Sorry for talking across your field. And
he does have those double underhooks, and again, there's potential to go for that takedown, that trip takedown, but right now, standing a little bit more square, doing enough to keep himself honest with those shots. Good head positioning from Mario right there.
Driving the head in and landing shots, and very helpful right in front of his corner.
This is exactly where he wants the fight to take place, and perhaps a little bit of game planning here, trying to take the energy out of the very muscular opponent.
Yeah. And excellent work, just dragging OBR to the mat.
That is beautiful grappling.
I'm going to try and shelf the legs here of Ah as well.
Yeah, has one of those legs shelved, but again, what I'm enjoying about Ditofano's approach here is he's not trying to rush anything. He's not making anything unnecessary happen, and by virtue of doing that, he's not making any unnecessary mistakes. OBR doing everything he can to try and get up, but needs to be wary of giving his back up here.
Yeah, he's trying to base, and that's the tax, isn't it, Phil? When you're trying to get up, you give opportunities.
It's risk-reward, really, isn't it? Right now, has that one hook in, and
very calm, and
he's snaking underneath the chin,
waiting to see what Ah offers him. And now the warning sign is there that Ditofano is saying, I'm going to go after that neck, but time is ticking by here for the SPG fighter to sink something in. But excellent first round.
Not quite underneath the chin, more so on the jaw, more of a face bar. He's thinking about switching palm to palm.
Little peppering shot just to finish the round, but
what I'm enjoying is the output from Ditofano. He could rest on his laurels in this position, constantly trying to work for the choke, but he's landing enough shots there to put that in the mind of OPR, to make him think about not just the submission attempts, not just defending the submission, but also the strikes that are coming in. John Kavanagh and Dave Roach in the corner of Mario Ditofano, and surely they're just going to be saying to him more of the same.
Yeah, you think so. And do you think the tactic potentially has taken by surprise?
100%. I think in that opening exchange, I think Opie was potentially coming into this fight thinking he was going to be the one forcing the wrestling issue within the fight. And now that he's had that taken away from him, which, as we've seen, is his biggest weapon in his previous fights, he may be at a little bit of a loss how to approach the second round here. Opie MER just staring a hole through Super Mario right now.
You want some of that back. You could see, you mentioned as well, Phil, he almost looked disinterested when he was in defense because that's not where
he's
he
not
wants
used to
be.
being in that position, You saw coming out of that southpaw stance, we know Ditofano has a huge rear left kick. There it is.
Nice right hand, and be interesting now to see, will Ditofano try and lull him in, and there's the takedown attempt again, this time.
Covered serious ground with that, trying to get in and work on the double. Good head
Gets
positioning.
the hands clasped as well, and got to rip the legs away. This is very impressive here.
Well, again, we talk about evolution in mixed martial arts. This is the third fight for Ditofano. The first fight, we saw his striking ability. Second fight, we saw his submission ability. Now we're seeing just how competent a wrestler he is.
One hook in, and again, he's going to look to go the path of taking that back. And in between, just as the round was coming to an end, John Kavanagh said, don't worry, we'll get him in the next round. And this is exactly where we played most of the first round, and there's plenty of time on the clock now for Mario to work from this position.
Just playing in that reverse half guard position, has that one hook in.
Gets the second and changes the body triangle as
beautiful.
well.
Oh, he looks underneath the chin. He's slightly above the head. Opie needs to fight the top hand in this position.
It almost looks like he's going to tap here, doesn't he? He's raising the hands.
He's doing the right thing. He was trying to reach for that top hand to pull it down. And gets a little bit of a reprieve here, but now he knows just how dangerous Mario Ditofano is in this position. It's okay looking to the referee being disinterested, but unless you're being proactive,
it's under the chin again here.
If he can connect
Makes
the hands,
adjustments,
he needs to slip that hand.
Calling for the gable grip in the corner here.
If he goes palm to palm, it'll be game over.
He has switched now.
That's it. If he can go palm to palm on this, and use that forearm to push in as he hips in. But if he has enough of a squeeze, I have seen rear naked chokes finish with one arm. He's trying to work for that. You have to give credit to Opie MER right now. He's doing the right thing. He's defending properly by fighting the top hand.
That sinks a little deeper. Using them shots to try and soften that up. And this looks tighter, Phil.
He may go out if he continues to be prone in this position. And that body triangle is also going to be so sapping. You have to give credit to the toughness of Opie MER in this position.
Yeah, he's really in a difficult position. And he's still going to switch and turn in, but that body triangle is going to stop him. Looking to get the mount now.
Like a hot knife through butter, no.
Ditofano is really illustrating a superior grappling game here. And pre-fight, you would have thought this is the attack that Awe is going to want here, but beating the wrestler at his own game here.
Just again closing out the round in the dominant position. Some big ground and pound. What an assured performance so far from Mario Ditofano.
And realistically now, you're looking at 2 rounds. What does Awe need to do to turn the tide here?
I think he needs to open up on the striking a little bit. He's a little bit of a static target too. He's a little bit too static for my liking, almost as if he's accepting the fact he's going to be taken down. He needs to get on his bike. He needs to move around. He needs to throw feints to elicit a reaction from Mario Ditofano, that he's not just sticking to his game plan of getting that takedown straight away.
Down on his honkers, in his corner is on. That body triangle is going to restrict the breathing and the choke, so a lot of oxygen was going into the lungs for a lot of that round.
As we said, I don't think Opie MER was anticipating this. You could say he's in a state of shock is all.
Big round needed here from the team. Ryano, Waterford man.
Well, conceivably he needs a finish, no?
Realistically, you have to think so. But what a top game, and grappling mixed in with his jiu-jitsu. Super Mario Ditofano is showing in this one.
Nice movement from both. Got nice leaping lead hook there from all. Ditofano needs to be careful of rushing in right now. Skirting the outside of the cage, mixing it up with kicks is Ditofano. Superman attempt, but in doing so, leaves himself vulnerable to the takedown. And this is not where OPMER wants to find himself in the third round of a mixed martial arts contest.
It is almost a desperation style strike, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he finds himself on his back with Mario Ditofano, who is being showcasing he can be dominant in this position. So the defeatist mindset could easily set in here for on the bottom.
But Oz doing the right thing. He's turning in. He's trying to establish an underhook. May try and sneak out the back. Just as I say that, he needs to be wary of giving up the back. Had he continued with the momentum of sneaking backwards, he could have potentially been out there.
And again, trying to roll, and Mario rolls with him and
has that gift wrap here. John Kavanagh calling for the finish in the third round. You may see Ditofano step it up. Needs to be wary of leaving that arm outstretched there. Could give up the arm bar. But big strikes. He has the wrist isolated, I believe, on the left side. And just needs to pepper with shots now, but
yeah, expect it. Not long to go. Expect Mario to pop up. He's looking for that wrist control again, Phil.
Potential head arm triangle here, Noel. If he can get off to the side.
Aware defended, yeah.
Can Ditofano put an exclamation point at the end of this? That head arm triangle seems to be there on either side. Potential for the arm bar too.
Yeah, he's got to be careful throwing the arms up on Oz, trying to roll. He's trying to do something, but easier said than done. Cannot move Mario from on top of him. Heavy mount.
Again, big shots, and it's just transitioning from dominant position to dominant position. And unfortunately for OPMER, he has not had an answer to the questions being asked of him by Mario Ditofano tonight.
Compliments on a stunning shirt here for Phil Campbell in commentary.
It is a very nice shirt, to be fair.
OPMER
transitions, tried to transition in
but
towards
again, it's almost like Mario's got the cheat sheet. Everything that Awe is doing, he has the answer for. What a performance by the SPG man here.
Big strikes to finish from Mario Ditofano.
Just putting the cherry on top of the icing. What a performance. You could say, Phil, it was super.
You have to say. And again, if I'm being critical, which way a performance like that, if you're finding something to be critical of, Mario Ditofano did absolutely everything bar finish the fight. Again, we're seeing that progression in his fighting style. Not just a striker, not just a submission artist, not just a wrestler. A very, very well-rounded mixed martial artist, improving his record to 3-0. What is next for this young man?